That is right. Coming to you live from the dirty South North Carolina, which is Salem. Welcome everyone to the last show before heading out for my national week. So excited! Got my bags behind me, packed up, ready to go. Uh, Hopefully, we'll have friends on. Like I said, might not be. What's up, Jeff? Uh, I don't know how long I'm going to stay. At least an hour. Tonight might be longer. Who knows who comes on? Uh, having fun, uh, getting ready for the show. Hopefully, they come on. For me, I'm excited. People are sending me pictures of air conditioners getting flown in. Ideas for the last day. I was going to do something a little bit more creative for today. Then we got the OG. Dave is in the house. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
I just thought making a sweaty picture of similar of me in the thing tonight. Oh, we got Hitman here coming in. What is up, Hitman?
What's up, gents? How you doing?
Hitman, you're flying in Tuesday, correct?
Tuesday morning. I'll be there at like 9:30.
Okay. And Dave, you're coming in Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I land at 11.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, just to let everybody know, looks like we're going to have a nice week, guys. I mean, it's going to be 70s all week. A little rain. I think they're having some bad rainstorms coming through now. Ending tomorrow morning, I think. So,
yeah, Texas winter for me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring a parka.
Seriously, I might have to bring my Uggs.
You too, yeah, both of you. I might. As hot as it's been down here this summer, it's 70s. I didn't see how cold it's going to get at night. Gonna have to warm my cockles. I still haven't found where my cockles are, but
yeah, I don't know where my cockles are either. I think I lost them a long time ago.
But, hey, Brad, I am upset with you. Brad is telling everybody where the bathrooms are at the convention center in the new area. Shame on you, Brad. That's my secret. I still not when they say going up the escalators. So is that the escalators that are on the VIP side or the escalators that's out in the middle of the lobby? What's up, Daniel or Ty? Do y'all know? When I look at the map, I don't quite understand where these tables are, where the VIP. I think the VIP is going to be right upstairs from where it used to be.
Yeah, it's probably down. Like whenever I have to go get my single day passes and go up the escalator, walk to that, I guess go up the escalator and just go straight opposite of way the normal way to go in. It's probably up there somewhere.
Because the VIP, well, there's escalators on the other side where the VIP is as well. And there's a big, like upstairs from there is like a big ballroom and huge rooms up there. That's why I was like, why is VIP not up here? And that's where I found the nice bathrooms, nice and spacious. And
yeah, that's where I would go. I would go up there and sit down.
Yeah,
because I didn't get VIP, so I had to go find somewhere to sit.
Yeah, well, and shame on them for not having places. I still think like last time they had it in Chicago, they had a big enough space back there to even have like a trade area for kids. I think there's more than what's going on, Joe. Thanks for letting me know. Joe was the one that kind of let me know that Bink Scott took all of his videos off of.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking.
Retiring.
Yeah. I hope everything's all right with him. How long is he's been around? Longer than me. I swear for in the community.
No, he's been around. Yeah, I mean,
at least around. He's probably pretty close to when I started, I think.
Right.
Probably 10 years.
Yeah,
I'd say probably around 10 years.
Yeah, because he's definitely old school, about the collecting aspect and the fun part. And You know, I don't know who watched my video yesterday, but I was trying to, because I look back. I like to sometimes watch some of my videos to see what I talked about because I'll forget. Sometimes I just black out when I'm on here. And talking about Victor, and I was like, man, I think I came off. I wasn't talking so much about Victor last week. It was just the person he had on, and you know, talking about scholarship and or whatever they were talking about in the hobby.
Mhm.
I find maybe some people do like that. There's maybe space for philosophy in this. I don't know where, but good for them. But this week he made a normal video about going to the show, so it was like, thanks for coming back to the group again. Because I mean, you know, we hear, you know, people talk about going to Strongsville, people going to all these places, and they get excited because that's their show. But I think this one is still the granddaddy of them all. I think most people would rather come to this one. I understand why, you know, they go to the other ones. This one, man, it's like school starting back. Just people are busy. I understand when family and things get in the way of going to the national.
Mhm.
But when you have it in the Chicagoland area, it's going to be full no matter what because it's just so many damn people live in that area.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
you know, it's and you know, for me, my family, I don't have any kids or anything, and my nieces and nephews are all grown up, and I have grand nieces, but you know, with their grands, let the other nephews and let the uncles and other ones be that. I just get to show up and say hi to them, and hug them, and
Yep.
buy them stuff, and say, "There you go, Uncle Scott's here." Hug my niece and go on about my business. So you know, my life's a little different, but you know, so glad to Hitman. What a week difference we have. On last week, saying, you know, I'm
Dude,
asking,
it was like,
what would you
it
like to
just-
see? And man, did he tell me, hey, screw you, I'm coming, buddy.
You know,
I'm
things just worked out, man.
I'm good.
I'm in between jobs, so I had the time. You know, before I didn't have the time,
Right.
and that was really what it was. It was the time, and I had the time, and my wife said, you know, you should go. I'm like, I am gonna go. I am going.
Yeah, you never ever say to your wife, "Are you sure?" You just get the answer. You just say, "Okay, thank you," and you don't even.
Yeah, no,
you-
she's very supportive of it. She thinks it's a really good idea. You know, get me out of the house for a week, and you know, she can have the run of the house. And but yeah, no, it was a great, you know, great opportunity. I just, you know, I was like, I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I can't miss this. You know, it's my first Chicago, so that'll be cool. It'll be my first time there. So, I mean, I'm excited about that. See what that place is like. But again, like I said the other day, man, can't wait to see you guys in the flesh. You know, that's what it's all about.
Did
So.
you just say this is your first time in Chicago?
Well, I've been to Chicago before, but to the Chicago National. I've been to Chicago a few times.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to
Yeah.
the Chicago National. So.
Okay. Yeah, because you were with us at okay.
Cleveland twice, AC. Yep, those are my three so far.
Okay. Just throw Cleveland and AC out the window. This is a totally different experience.
yeah, my first
can't wait
show
to
was
see it.
Chicago.
Right. What's up? What's up, Eric? Yeah, Paul, that is the same guy. Yeah, because what I do like about AC, and well, I think AC is probably the best venue out of all of them. Right, Cleveland's probably 2 for me. I just like Cleveland overall because
I really like Cleveland a lot. You know,
I do too.
I liked it. I like Cleveland. I
I
had
do
no
too.
issues with Cleveland, and too bad it's
Gone.
no more. But
no more. And I mean, you know, what people bitch about Cleveland now they got in Chicago, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah, there's no more going back to hotels right around the corner.
Yeah, I
Or
think
right
those days
Not
are
when you
probably
got
over.
this many. I'm telling you, what happened is there's so many vendors and so many corporate, especially corporate. That's who's got all those spots.
Yes.
That's who's got all
There
of
you
them.
go.
I mean, there might be a few here and there. I know our buddy Brad's got one. He, right the first week he jumped on it. You have to go outside of the national to get it. You can't go through. You can't wait for them to have postings because they won't have any. And for the price, I like the move we make. I told my dad today
100%.
how much, and he was like, "Oh my god, yeah, for a week." Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we ever go back to hotels because even if we do, we have to get 2 hotel rooms anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to be together the whole time. We're all kind of just sitting there on beds. At least in the house now, we could, we have a little more space, sit around in a circle.
And you're going to pay, and we're going to pay more per person.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
In the hotel room.
Yeah,
So-
I'd just rather just Uber 5 minutes down the road than if I have to, instead of walking and stay in the hotel. So
yeah,
you're saying the Airbnb, I mean. So.
Yeah.
No, the Airbnb is great. It's great.
Yeah, full refrigerator. Cook stuff if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we got Ed planning everything for us, so I don't know how much we're going to be at the Airbnb if he keeps planning everything.
Just make sure you take care of my requests. I have one request:
Hot dogs and beer.
Right.
hot dogs will be
Misfits are having, I'm going to get to the things, Rick, but I'm glad you brought this up. Misfits are having a get together Wednesday night, Lowe's Hotel. Always a good time hanging with other YouTubers. Definitely,
done.
Yeah, Lowe's on the main strip or around the corner there. Can't remember which one.
Lowe's is the one they had the Filmington, Myco, and Jackify.
Okay, so where
on the street? It's down further down the road, but it's on the main road.
So where is Filmington and the whatever his group is?
I don't know.
Doing theirs. I assume they're doing it in the same spot.
I think they're doing somewhere different. I think actually.
Oh, are they? Okay.
I think so.
All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know where then. Because Lowe's is pretty good. Wednesday's going to be good because it's not going to be everybody in town. Well, a lot of YouTubers will because a lot of them get out of town early. But you got people come in early and people come in late. That's the one good thing about the National. If you can take a few days off and get to the National, you can still have 2 or 3 good days and still get home for the weekend to be with your family. Where you need to, juggle that time. That's one good thing about having that Wednesday, Thursday at the National. More than those other shows have.
Yeah, well, last year I had to leave on Saturday.
Same place Friday, Rick. Thank you, sir.
Same place Friday. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because what is the name of that? What is it? Rick, tell me what's the name of their group? Because I actually like watching their videos. I think those 4 guys actually have good chemistry together. On it, they balance each other well. Him, Teapot, the other 2 I didn't know until I still don't know them, but I didn't know who they were before this. But I watched a couple of their shows and I like it. I mean, you have to know, like when you go to watch those, yes, they're going to talk about money, but they don't all. It's a lot about the spitballing. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. It is a lot of hobby in it, and they're very well-rounded 4 guys, very well-rounded group. So I got to give it to them. I think that's a newer channel that I think as long as they stick together, I think they're going to do well because we don't have any. Geez, all the news coming up right before the show. We got Peter taking off from SGC, which I don't think anybody didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, I don't think he was. I think he probably had an office, but when was the last time he's been to it in the last year? I think he was out. It just made it official now. He gave him the check and said thank you. good luck. I just want to know when it's. I wish they could tell us when his non-compete is up, because he's going to land somewhere in the hobby. If it's not with Fanatics or another slab company or somewhere, Upper Deck, somebody could benefit from him. I think with his.
He's going to start his own company called with the White Tux.
Did you say tux?
The leisure suit.
Okay, I thought you said cucks. I was like, that's a whole different thing. I don't know.
White Tux. White Tux.
Cockles and cucks, it ain't the same area.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I know I don't get money for this, but let's act like I do. But I that's going to be the one good thing about it is like most of the group on the Thursday and Friday night get together. The core is the same, right? But there's a lot of different people at each one because the spitballing, which is pretty much going to have a lot of the guys that are there. I hate the value guys, the younger crowd, the ones that are there wheeling and dealing, the guys. I'm not going to use the F word, but the those type of people, and which bring I love. I'm telling. we got which bring a lot of different people to the hobby. I'm just interested to see. So Brad broke it that they've added air conditioning units. We've got pictures. We got pictures of them getting flown in by helicopter. So that is a great thing. When they probably could have just put in some window units as nice the weather is going to be this week. But I'm just glad it did because with all those people there, it's got to be they're going to break another record. It's going to be another record break.
What do you think? Is it be like 140,000? Or what do you think?
Pushing and that because it's the best guess of as the 2 years ago. I think somebody said they never came out and gave a straight up answer. But
they never really give numbers.
Yeah, they broke the record that was in California, and I think it was like somebody said like 110, and I think it was broken. Somebody said last year, but I don't feel like it was as many people last year. A lot of people. It was probably 100,000.
Oh, easily.
My head count, I didn't get to 110 on my head count. I was sitting there counting. I didn't get that far. What's up? Yeah, it's gonna be, getting to see the whole group again, saying hi to everybody, slapping hands, talking to people, face to face, that you watch or, respect or whatever, Go ahead.
We're going to start too. Like even before the show starts, we're going to walk into the lobby at the convention center, and we're just going to it's just going to be on from there.
Right.
Everybody's going to be in line waiting, just going to be talking. As soon as you walk in, you're going to see 5-6 people. It's great.
Well, I think it's going to, for us, I think Tuesday we're going to the baseball game. I think there's going to be a lot of people there. Just because there's something to do Tuesday night. People get in, day zero, come in town, get that extra day. Now we can come in Tuesday and pick up our passes or whatever tickets you got. I really like that because that last year, the year before at Chicago was a shit show on Wednesday. They ended up just giving people wristbands and tell them to come back out there to get their shit later. They were just showing a copy on their phone or whatever and just getting them into the door. But it's starting at 3:00 instead of 3:30 this year on Wednesday. So a little extra time.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's 5 hours. I always find Wednesday a good day to walk around, get my bearings.
Yep.
It's just such especially here, Hitman. You're going to see, Mike, why we talk about this being different, because AC in Cleveland is a square. It's a box.
Yep.
This one's not. I call it spokes, like with
Interesting.
no center wheel. The first one is more rectangular, and then the next rooms are weird shaped. And
Interesting.
you take down walls, and you go up and down little walkway. You could get lost. I had to tell people how to get out of there 2 years ago. I don't know how I became information booth, but people were like, "Hey, do you know how to get out of here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just go ahead and take a look."
I do think they're going to have a little better planning on that other side this year than they did last time. Because last time they were just deciding to add more tables at the last minute, and they were just throwing them everywhere.
Right.
So there was just tables randomly where they probably shouldn't
Don't
have
like
been.
the fact that they split the corporate up. I wish they just picked one room and put all the corporate in one room.
Yes.
That'd be the corporate room.
Corporate room, breakers, one room, you know.
Yeah, well, they could put the breakers out back. Put them upstairs.
And
I don't mean that to be mean. I know why they're there. They're part of the hobby.
I mean, that's part of the hobby. Yeah. I mean, I can care less, but I could care.
A lot of corporate is upstairs because that's not Paul. That's not what they got. Let me see if I can pull up. Because on the map, it's all the new vendors the way it looks like, and I could be very wrong, Paul. That wouldn't be the first time. Let's see. What am I doing here? Where is the records room? And do you have the Beatles whiteout? That is from one of Chevy Chase's great movies. I know I'm going to use that. Brad brought up the Loot Ludix or whatever map, interactive map. That's going to probably get used by me. Ludex interactive map.
Is it an app?
It's an app. So
instead of getting lost in the show, you use the app to run into people while you're looking at your phone.
Yeah. Well, when it's good, like so all the tables are listed already, right? You can go into that app right now and go who's at each table, and it'll give you, like, if they have if the person gave them a description of what they're selling, it'll be a description of what they're also of who's at the table, and then so like if you see something there, I'm still gonna have my notebook and pen because I'm old. I still do old school things. And I have a story to go with that. I was hoping Ed was going to get on so we could see Ed get pissed. But the interactive map floor plan. Here we go. Bam.
What's it called, Scott? What's that app called? Ludex?
Ludex. Ludex.
Ludex.
Oh, yeah. And you can save them. You can save your favorite. So say you saw a car Thursday, but you want to look around, right?
Yeah.
You could go in there and put notes and
that's cool.
And then put like a star to know, hey, this table's got something there that I want to see. That's really cool to me. Let me see. So this is the floor plan, and it looks, I don't know, it just has tables there. I did have it on download so I could make it bigger, but I don't see where, and it might be. I could be, Paul, very, very wrong. Could be very wrong, and I'm used to being wrong, so that's okay. makes it more fun. What I liked about Cleveland is that they had a bar and plenty of seats around it to sit down. Yeah. Chicago usually sells alcohol and liquor, but it's just a walk up like stands, right? I don't drink.
Usually.
Yeah. So yeah, Matt, aka Beef, aka Bears fan, aka the guy I gave the idea to go break out the table for floor from the bottom. Coming soon to Ludex as well. Pack odds. I got tasked with that one. Okay. So I mean, I found that Brad, if you don't go on Brad's channel, he goes through it, breaks it down. I kind of like it. So I saw it last year, but the last time they were in Chicago, they did the VIP room, and I couldn't even think. I was just like, it's too loud. I didn't get off my lawn. I just want it to be. I want to go in there and relax. I was having back issues, so I just wanted to chill and go in there. So if I look over, my Mets are tied, and Cinco's pitching a pretty good game, but it's tied 1-1. I didn't see how the Giants scored a run. But yeah, so it breaks it down. Like he was showing it like it was telling like somebody, if you're looking for vintage, it'll tell you like a person sells vintage stuff like memorabilia, stuff like that. So I find that very interesting. If you're interested in autographs, they got a great group, I think, this year. Not as good as some other years, but a lot of Chicago Cubs. I don't know if the White Sox are out of town or the two players that anybody would care to get autographed. They just don't want to come. But a lot of Cubs, a lot of the big names, Croy, who probably might be an MVP candidate. You got a lot of Chapman at home run. So I was looking at that. Just a well-rounded. I think they're missing wrestlers. I didn't see any wrestlers this year. I know, like, I really feel like AEW. So Carlos had Upper Deck representative for AEW on it that works with them. AEW's not going to have any wrestlers there, and they're in town, like, tonight, like, this week, right now. Like, you couldn't tell a couple of them to stay back and do something with Upper Deck. If you would have saw what WWE did at Tops at Fanatic Fest, that tells you everything you need to know. If you do interactive stuff, get people involved in your stuff. But I'm hoping we got Chrome release. I opened up a couple of blasters. I've been having fun with that.
Yeah, I got one today.
So you're going to get a couple of sepia, which some people don't like, but it's not a base. You're going to get maybe, I think I got 2 X-Fractors in each one. And then, or whatever they're calling it, boxes now, box fractors, whatever they're calling it. And then I got quite a bit of some color. So I also hit an autograph. So I got 4 and only opened 3 so far, and already got 1 more autograph that I probably would have got out of a hobby box for $300 some.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking and preaching about this for about this whole year. Like retail, I don't know what Fanatics is doing, but they reconfigured the retail where the retail has its own types of hits in it, where it's feasible to get it. Like it might even be better with the odds. You start looking at some of the odds, and you have a better chance with the retail stuff.
No,
not a great hit, but it's still an auto. Lana is a signer at the Natty, yeah, but she's not Lana anymore. I don't even know. She's not even AEW anymore. She's signing for $40, and if you are a child of 12 and under, it's free. What else was it? It's something ridiculous. You might as well just be giving out autographs. But she's not one of the free ones. They don't have a lot of free ones for the VIP guests like they've done in the past. There's not as many this year, unless that changes when I get to the show. So I was a little shocked at that. There's only one of them's Doc Gooden, so I'm happy about that. I'll get that Sunday. I'm not around for that, but I think as part of the hobby, it's good to get. There's a lot of people come there just for the autograph sign. They just hang out in the autograph area. But it's. I'm just excited. If you can't tell, already packed. Just can't wait to start my adventure in the drive, and got my oil changed and coolant. Replaced the coolant. My air conditioner feels good. So, just excited.
How long is it for you, Scott? How long does it take? 12 hours?
11 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So I can do it in one, but I probably will not. So I'll probably come in, try to get there before y'all start landing in Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I can pick y'all up and find out where the hell we're staying at. It's just going to be crowded with luggage and people, humans in the car. But anything that I know what Dave is looking for, but anything that you're especially like excited for at the show, Dave, in particular?
Excited for at the show?
Yeah, I mean, I know you just love being there. I know that.
I like being there. I go to hang out with my friends, and then buy some cards that I normally don't have because I save money for it, and then. But mostly I'm there to hang out. That's all I'm really there for.
Right.
I could actually probably miss the show and just hang out every night and be perfectly happy with being there.
Just bring a chair and sit out in the lobby.
I probably could.
That's what we, last time in Chicago, that could have been what we done. It was so hot inside. We just
that was
posted up outside.
What year was that first Cleveland? Was that 2018, Mike?
2018.
Yeah. So, like, when we were there in Cleveland that year, they did the same setup with all those tables.
Mm-hmm.
I think I spent 40% of the show sitting at those tables some of the days.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, one of the days was even longer. We probably sat there for hours, just a bunch, and everybody just kept coming in and out. But, like, that was the best part of the show.
Yep.
Was all
I like that.
Making some videos.
A lot of people, but it wasn't so packed where you could always just go up and sit down at those tables.
And Dave is excited for a beer. Yes.
Yes, I've already have instructions to get him some Pabst Blue Ribbon before I think he gets picked up, and a package.
Just a case of Miller Lite will make me happy.
And a package of wieners.
Yeah. Get some of those Nathans. Nathan's hot dogs, some
glizzies,
ketchup,
glizzies.
Dude, it's my national diet. It's hot dogs, beer, pizza.
So here's my story for this past week with these tickets for the White Sox game that me and Ed calls me up 2 months ago.
I'll be right back.
Like it's going to sell out at the White Sox game.
Yeah.
So he calls me up. I'll tell people if you haven't been to a national after COVID, is nowhere near the same. As long as she's still grading cards, I'll look forward to Neo buying me brisket. All right. So Ed calls me up like 2 months ago. Said, "Hey man, the White Sox are playing the Phillies." At this point, everybody else don't want to go early. I was like, "Yeah, I'll go early." I took the whole week off for work. I'm off from Friday to the following Wednesday.
Nice.
So I used to not take off. I used to come right back, go right back to work. I can't do that anymore. I need a day or two just to
You need
unwind.
vacation from your vacation, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and get my stuff, my cards together and all that. But so he calls me up, does that. He goes, I got these. I have he goes, I found these tickets, row 9, section whatever, for $36. I was like, oh yeah, let's get them. And he goes, I don't have the apps. Can you get them? I went, okay, man, I'll get them. I'm not thinking apps. I haven't bought a ticket in 12 years, right? I'm thinking I'm going to buy them. They'll send it to me on email, and I'll download them.
Yeah.
Print them and bring them up there. So then I'm going through and I'm reading, and we'll send the tickets a couple of days before, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I have not heard anything. And then he texts me and goes, hey, WNBA tickets down in the lower section now are $62. And he goes, is that good? He goes, I'll help pay. I said, no, man, I'll buy them to go, just to go one time, and you don't have to go by yourself. Don't go by yourself and whatever. So, because I was saying I'm not paying $62 to sit in the upper deck, and I'm not paying over $100 to sit in the lower deck. So we get these tickets at DePaul. It's not really no bad seats from the way it looks. Again, hey, I don't have the apps. Can you go ahead and buy those tickets? So it's asking you two different things.
You can't download the app?
I better get flowers and some candies, damn it. And so then I buy that one, and then I get it right after I buy that night. I go on the Sky website, buy the tickets, and then the next day I'm at work sitting on my morning throne doing my thing. It says I got tickets. I was like, oh, I'll click 2 times, put them in my, got them in my thing. I'll print them. Well, no, they go to this other site. So I ended up having to download 4 sites.
Oh, man.
On my phone. All day long, I'm fighting this. I didn't get it right till I'm at Target taking another poop in the evening. And that's when I finally figured out what to do. So I have them now. I got them in a wallet that I never knew existed. Didn't even know how that worked on a phone. This is when my age started coming out, because I'm pretty savvy when it comes to stuff. But this was like, oh shit, time has passed me. It goes, you have to get the Ballpark app to get your tickets for the baseball game. And I was like, the what app? I go, I have MLB. He goes, no, you got to get the MLB Ballpark app. What the fuck? He goes, it's been like this for a decade. Dude, I've been living in the middle of Iowa for the last decade. What games do you think I went to?
Right.
So Thursday, I was at work, and I was hot. And all the young guys at work were trying to show me, you got to have this wallet. And I was like, what the hell's a wallet? I was like, I'm old, Emma. I'm old now. This is my definition. I've turned into my dad. I am my dad. So I had an old man breakdown, but I got him finally, our tickets. And I'm sure we could have probably just walked up and they handed us 4 of them at the gate.
Yeah, that's what I'm buying mine at the gate, and that's where I'm buying mine.
Well, that's what and after everybody said they're coming, I told Ed, I go, well, if everybody's coming, we'll probably get tickets and everybody just hang out up on the walkway or somewhere together.
Yeah. I get a seat around. I may not get a seat next to you guys, but I'm sure I can. Like Mike said, they'll sell tickets up to the 9th inning. Yeah. It's the White Sox, so I'm assuming that
they're playing better now, but it's still. I do want to go. I have I got the call-up card for Teal, the catcher. He played at UVA, so I'm gonna wear my UVA stuff and try to get his attention, so I can get his autograph on the call-up card. So haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, so I don't know if he's starting or not. If he is, I'm gonna try to wrap around out to the where they play catch before the game. Him and the pitcher play a game of catch.
Yeah, man.
So I'm looking forward to all that. I'm looking for a WNBA game, even though it's Angel Reese is hurt, I guess, right now. I don't know if she played today or not, but they still got some good players at the Valkyrie, and I want to see Ed see his girl Kate Martin play and just watch him be excited. I hope he has his own room that night in the house. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm hoping nobody shared a room with him. Don't bend over and pick up anything. Because it's going to be.
If he takes a long shower, we'll know.
Yeah. He's going to come back and definitely take a shower. I got to take a shower, guys. Or he'll just sneak off. We don't see him for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the fun part with that. But, it's the other stuff this year, Vintage telling us that, I didn't know about them having people till, what was I watching today? And they announced it on there. Was it Lou Rock? Oh, Lou Rock was talking about, but he's not going to be there.
Yeah, he's not going to be there.
Else Victor. Victor was talking about going to it.
So is Lou Rock not going, or is he just coming in late?
No, he's not going.
I thought I heard he wasn't going.
Yeah, he was talking about PSA either today or yesterday. He made some good points.
It was today. Yeah, his PSA thing was today.
Yeah, he made some great points.
Great points.
But I mean, I meant to talk about it yesterday, and I talked about it now. So every payday weekend, I go and drop off 5 cards at GameStop for PSA to get graded. I go in there. I have 2 or 3 Gary Carters for my registry.
Your registry.
And then if I have some personal on so I had a Plume rookie. I don't know if it's or Sports Illustrated first card. To me, whatever you want to call it. She's not in the whatever. But having that graded, it's not well centered. I'm looking at a 4 or 5 on that one, but I just want it encapsulated and for my PC, and then I got something else and then I put a Otani in there to get a variant to get graded to pay for it. So that's what I usually do is I put 4 cards in for me, 1 card to pay for it. That's kind of how I try to do, or at least help alleviate some of the payment for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I used to do it.
Yeah, and everybody that I talk to with this, even at like people that deal with the GameStops around here, they're liking it. It's very. I literally. Why does Mangini start karate kicking in his sleep or whatever? But the whole, people worried about GameStop and stuff. I go in there with my 5 cards. I already got them sleeved up and everything ready to go. I don't even have to tell them anything. They put them down. They take pictures of the front and backs. They put them in a bag. They have a SKU for each individual one. They hand me they SKU each one, and then they hand me, when I pay for it, the receipt. And then I get emails all along the way of what's going on with those cards. So if you're worried about it, if you're part of the Pro Club there, which if you do this, it saves you $5 for shipping. So it's $5 shipping total. To me, my God, to do anything is $25 now with any of them. So the $5 shipping is huge. I pay a couple of dollars more for them doing it than I would regular bulk. But, so far, I can't complain about customer service with them yet. So far, I can't wait to start getting. I think I'll probably start getting them back at the end of August, I'm thinking. I have a 61 card order that's on its way back from CGC. If y'all, and I'll let y'all know I'm doing if people want to give me some cards for a bulk order with CGC, I'm dropping off when I get down there. So, That's probably what I'll do Wednesday if it's
Are
not
they
too.
doing oversized cards yet?
CGC, they
Yeah.
are, but you don't want you. They're the the plastic is not. It's almost like they just the same plastic is so flimsy. It's almost like putting it in a top, not a top loader. It's flimsier than a top loader.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Like a 4 on a the rigids.
Hard Saber 4.
Yeah, and because Mike got some done, and you're sitting there looking at it. I was interested because they're not charging an arm and a leg for it, but until they change up what plastic they use, do it more like. Did Chapman just run into another one? He did. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, because I wanted to grade like some of these police cards. They're just,
But I don't think that's oversized.
well, would that go in the regular slab though? I mean, no, they're not really oversized, but I mean, they're just a tad taller.
Measure them.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that, I guess. But yeah, because I just don't want to. I mean, I could just top load them, I guess. Not a big deal. I mean, I could get them like I did put like a couple of these in my binders where I was able to cut off the top of the top loader and it'll still fit in the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike, do you need this? Dexter
is it?
Manley, McDonald's.
Oh, I don't have that, dude.
Okay, I'll bring that to the National for
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them accidentally when I bought that big lot of them. So
Oh yeah.
hopefully I remember it. I should probably just do that now before I forget. I tend to tell you I'm bringing things and then not bring them.
Yeah. I got my box already. It's all filled up.
Well, I'll put it with all my National stuff. I got my supplies ready to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put that. I have all my lists ready. I just got to get like my few supplies together, and yeah, man. Tomorrow's a preparation day.
Not for me. I got to work.
Ah,
Yeah, I got 2 more days of work, and then apparently I think some corporate inspections are in town. So
oh, that's gonna be
What's
fun.
up, reindeer?
yes, I might be super busy all the way late Tuesday. We will see. All right, now this is
Yeah, that's what I thought, Paul. Like, I think they consider those regular. I think they fit in a regular size holder. I'm almost positive. Keep cutting down my trade night stuff. Started at 20 and then 15. Now I'm down to 8 things. So, Paul, are you just going to the vintage night, or so? Vintage night is in a. I wish 3D it was if he's still here. The vintage night is not at the same trade place, right? They're doing that somewhere else as well. Friday night or Saturday night.
I think they said they're doing it in the convention center.
in the
I wanna-
convention center.
Yeah,
Saturday
right.
night because they're. I know the 3 nights of trade night. They're just going to put it vintage as part of it. You're going to take an area of it. I don't. What are they doing for that to make it special? Because I saw the 3 nights for trade night, and I didn't see Ford Collectors on there for Saturday night as one of the people.
I could have sworn I watched Sammy's video yesterday, and I could have sworn he said they're doing it Saturday night at the convention center.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said the other day during Hollypalooza.
Right. I thought
So
so.
they never announced it, whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, AJ Styles coming to the ring. Some wrestling for you. Yeah, reindeer. Anytime you're there, buddy, it's special. Might even be a shorter bus out there for some people. And so, reindeer, are you bringing? Is that too far away to bring your goodies? Are you driving? to Chicago? Are we going to have the Reindeer Studios stuff at the get together Thursday night? Scott, that would be cool. I haven't got any cards from you in a while. I have to go in and look.
Yeah, neither have I.
I've been tempted to get the TV ones. I really liked his newer. Rick, you got to get some more X's for my size. You got to add. You can put 1 2X and a 3X together to get to my 5X. But Reindeer Scott does have them because I have those shirts. The movie series, yeah, I really like the movie series stuff, man. Because that one I have.
This is my favorite.
Yes,
I love Dottie, man.
Dottie, yes,
that is awesome.
That's a great movie.
Oh yeah,
Dottie Henson.
If
Dottie
you ever,
Henson, baby.
I tell you, yeah, I can order up to 5X. I have some 5X shirts for me. Now, when you go to Baseball Hall of Fame, they have a section for women's baseball.
Yeah, yep.
It is awesome. I stood in there just as long as any other section.
It's great.
The longest part I was in was for Hispanic baseball. I just first off, it was hard for me to translate everything, but I was in there longer because I just find that's just really awesome. And now they got the new Negro League section up. I don't know if I'm going. I might be going later this year. So I'm kind of looking forward.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years since I've been there. Evan, my 24-year-old, my 24-year-old was an infant, or maybe he was 6 months old when he went. So it's been like 23 plus years since I've been there. So I'm sure a lot has changed.
I got your beat. Willie Stargell was inducted to the Hall of Fame the year I went.
Oh man, dang!
Pretty sure
like
something
1988.
Something like that. I got the yearbook. Hold on.
Wow.
I think I got it.
Yeah, because he retired, I think, in
well, 90's not vintage. You're gonna start trouble. Paul's gonna start trouble if you bring in 90s baseball or 90s sports to trade night. Yeah, I don't do well. I like the people. I think it's part of the hobby. It's the origins of our hobby. That's why I call trading cards get outlaw. Oh, damn it.
Shit, I found something else for Hitman. This is a Hitman Day.
Oh man.
You need a Mark Rippon Beckett?
Oh yeah, dude.
Just find all sorts of stuff.
I forgot what I was talking about. McNeil just went off the top of the wall. Yeah, I just don't. I'm taking one card to trade, and only because I sold a bunch of stuff on eBay last week to generate extra cash for me. Taking the most money I ever had to a show when I didn't think I was going to have much at all to take, and doesn't mean I'm going to spend it, but I'll have it. And so, but then I have an extra, to me, another $1,000 because the guy didn't pay for the Ohtani card. So I have the Ohtani to take, and I'm hoping to find somebody that does vintage and that vintage modern guy that has
down there.
So
all right, hey fellas, I gotta jump off. I gotta go be a dad for a little bit. So
all right, Dave. Thanks for coming on, Aaron. I'll
see you Wednesday, brother. On Wednesday. Safe travels.
Yep.
Rare 90s insert cards are not for you to collect, Big Scott. That's what you were on. Yeah, I love 90s insert cards.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're beautiful.
And they changed the game, man. And people want to eat. That's why I keep getting mad when people harp on junk era and all this shit. It's the nostalgia that the era of the late 80s nostalgia is huge.
Absolutely.
And then you get into and you couldn't find the players of that time were awesome. And
Mm-hmm.
then you have, I feel the same way, Paul. And then you have, because that age group is getting to our age where their kids are moving out of the house and they're going to want their 90s cards. So, that era is about to move to be ready to start spending.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
then that 90s insert stuff. Woo! Look who we got here. That
Mr.
90s
O.
insert. 90s inserts. I mean, if it wasn't for 90s, we wouldn't have like die cuts and just
Yeah, seriously.
some great laser cut stuff with
Yeah.
fires and great like El Fuegos and stuff like
Mhm.
craziness. They went out of the box, and I know my buddy Carlos was like, well, that's why they went out of business. I don't give a shit about that part. My whole part was it rejuvenated, and what we have now is a little bit of a staleness because we don't have competing, companies trying to
Right.
outdo each other,
Right.
and they just relax because they know they print it, people are going to buy it.
People are going to buy it.
Matter.
Us
It
suckers
doesn't
are going to
matter.
buy it. Yep.
Right.
That's why Topps Chrome is, $200 a box as opposed to $65 a box, the way it should be.
Right. And you missed it. I am singing the gospel of buy retail. If it comes
It's
right
pumping
now,
retail, baby.
yeah, buy retail off the retail shelf. Don't buy it on secondary market. Jesus.
If it's old, you can buy it on the secondary market. I know some guys who have some.
Yeah, if it's a good price. You secondary selling flipping sons of guns. Yeah, but I went in my Walmart Saturday morning. It was early. They had the whole shelf at the end of the register. So the TCGs, that first section, all the Pokemon was gone. Then you had like Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Pokemon is probably locked
Yeah.
up somewhere.
Pokemon is nowhere to be found around here.
Yeah, and then all of a
the
sudden,
LCS has it, but
you got to
Retail.
it was football, basketball, and then in baseball, it was Series 2, then a whole shelf stacked up, doubled all the way from front to back, the whole shelf of Chrome Blasters.
wow.
And then below that was Series 2, the $50 boxes. What do they call them now?
I just assume mega boxes. But
Yeah,
I
the
know
mega
it's something.
boxes, and they had the collector's boxes, the $40. And I was just like, what do I do? I was like, I haven't seen this. Is it 2018 again? What's going on?
I mean, the truth is with Topps Chrome, and we can kind of forget year to year, especially as the excitement grows, as we wait for things to come out. But the reality is, especially once you look at it, Topps Chrome is definitely a product. You're better off if you like the product and you want to open a couple blasters for fun, cool. Even if you want to do a hobby or a jumbo, I guess you can. But if you're in it to collect it, like, just hammer the singles market.
Yes,
because that's where it is. The reality is, let's say you want to collect one of the retired guys, which was very popular last year. Last year, they were exclusive to the Breakers to Light, the Legends autographs. Even a Chase Utley, who has a very strong market, because even though there's some people in this community who clearly didn't watch baseball and don't realize how good he was. I get it. Scott's a Mets fan. He's biased. We all know that. Everyone knows that. Look at the hat he's wearing. But Chase Utley he's not quite Mike's boy Don Mattingly, but he is like Philadelphia's version. Like, he is one of the most popular athletes in the history
So
of
he
the
won't get in
city.
the hall?
He could. We'll see. It's trending that way. But like his Legends autograph last year was like $300, which sounds very expensive. But I mean, you break the odds. You want to try and get that card. It's going to cost you $100,000 to pull that card. So what's $300? Like, it's ridiculous. But even like this year's Chrome, there's 160 autographs. 90 of them are pitchers. Half of those 90 are already relief pitchers.
Right.
So it's obviously hard to get the color. And the reality is, especially right now when a lot of people, and of course there's some people just opening up
You
boxers
probably
for
don't have
their
his video
discipline.
on.
I can see it.
Yeah. So I pulled this out of a blaster. I bought 4 blasters, and I got one of the pitchers. Rookie pitcher.
Of course.
But,
Congratulations.
yeah. But I wasn't. I didn't think I was going to get it at all. My whole. Look at it. You stuck. You talk. Look who shows up.
The color parallels, though, are going to be fairly affordable. Right now is a good time to buy singles because you're going to have some people who just open some and they're going to sell off some of the extras. Maybe some people are opening to build sets, but a lot of people are buying in the breaks or they're ripping cases and they're going, what do I have here? And the market's going to be flooded. So,
Yep.
The top ones, the Aaron Judge, Ohtani, especially with the potential, the likelihood of MVPs and such, those will obviously go for a bit of a premium. But, I mean, you're going to be able to get star players and even some of the better rookies,
Yeah.
You might be able to get some color parallels. It sounds
I got-
okay. You're paying $20, $30 for a single card, but you're paying $20 a pack if you're
That
breaking
90s
stuff.
in the chrome is
Yeah, the
beautiful
90s in the
card.
chrome. I got the Judge today. I got
That
two
is a
Judges.
beautiful card.
It really is, man. It really is. It is.
Hey Dom, you ain't got kiss. You know how I feel about Utley. I think everybody knows how I feel about Utley. But I really feel like even like in wrestling, like I brought it up in wrestling, it's just you got to look at the breakdown. And right now, it feels like in retail, you're getting just almost the same shot. So why would you pay up to buy hobby to get just as many cards out for probably less price and have the same shot of getting the same crappy autograph?
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting hobby exclusive. I mean, retail exclusive, very like colors and stuff that you don't get in the hobby, and they don't really guarantee you anything in the hobby.
I'm sure there's some things that are. There's probably some of the super short printed inserts that are hobby exclusive, but they're also one per case, I'm sure. So
that'd be the case hit. Yeah, you're probably right. So, I
just don't think. I think Topps Chrome is. I don't know. It's one of those products that they hype it up so much, and a lot of people like it so much. But like personally, for me, like the base cards, I like Topps flagship paper base cards better than the Chrome. The Chrome look nice, but I don't know. I kind of prefer the paper old school style.
Yeah, flagship. We're old. I like this year's Heritage, man. I'm not a big big fan of the year that it is, but what I'm a fan of is what you're getting when you pull it, when you're opening up the packs, the fun you get. It's fun. If I'll be just as fine if they went back old school and I opened up a pack of cards and got no variants.
Yes,
what if they really went old school and you got a stick of gum?
I don't care. That'd be fine. If you gave me a 660 card set and that's all I got, I'm fine with that.
Yep,
I'm fine with it.
Well, in today's world, I don't know how well that would fly. Unfortunately,
it'd be about me and Hitman.
That's why a product like Topps Heritage, which yes, this year, and it's been now that the hobby's leveled off a little bit, but a couple years ago when it was all like these new people during the pandemic, all that stuff, like they were like, "What is this crap?" Because they want it. All they want it were the monster hits.
I don't think they printed nearly as much Heritage this year because it was on the shelf and off the shelf, and now I can't find it. So
it's not that easy to find right now. That's for sure.
Right. So I don't think they printed. Usually Heritage.
Hitman found himself like 30 short prints or 20 short prints.
I know. They just trickled in. I don't know.
Nice.
They just trickled into my house. I have no idea how I got them.
Yeah, I just, man, because I stopped buying the hobby and all that stuff because of the pricing. But I got priced out, and I really used to love. If I was going to pay $300, I was going to get like museum or tribute or something like that. That's got the real heavy stock, really nice autos, really nice mem cards. But now they're $600. I don't know who in the world's buying that stuff. But you know, that's fine. Am I upset about it? Yeah, I wish I could still afford that stuff, but I'll let them break it and I just buy the singles. And because now that seems to be the way to go with that stuff. I don't know who's recouping it. The only people I think can be recouping their money from opening a box of Tribute or Triple Threads or Museum, and I don't even know if they're making all these products anymore, is Breakers. They're the only ones. So I don't know how, unless you hit something huge and you sell it, to me that's counterproductive in my world, because if I hit something huge, most of the time it stays in my PC. That's why it's hard for me to be, I won't be the greatest flipper in the world because the better cards stay.
Me too, man.
How much you gonna sell that for? Nothing. It's going into my collection.
Well, if you hit it Chase Utley, you would sell it.
It's a Chase Utley. It's gone. It'd probably just go to you. I'd probably just text you and say, like, you and Ed do a battle royal for it. First one over the top rope loses.
Ed does need to step up his Chase Utley game. He needs to step up his Von Hayes game. Spending way too much time with the WNBA cards. He's slacking in some of his Phillies collecting.
Has he been getting WNBA cards? I haven't.
I don't know. It certainly takes his attention away. I mean, I heard you guys talking
know
about
me
it.
and him talked about, like, that's going to be one of my, I'm walking around, one of the things. I look always wrestling and Star Wars and now WNBA are like things I don't really write down nothing. But if I see something I really, especially like character cards for either wrestling or Star Wars, if it's something I like, I don't really need to have it written down. I kind of know what characters I really like. And I mainly want autographs anyway. So as long as like the guy that faked them all would be all right. Dick Allen in the Hall of Fame today.
Congratulations, Dick Allen.
Dick Allen.
It's a damn shame they
waited for him to die.
it's ridiculous. Dave Parker. Poor Dave Parker. At least Dave Parker got to experience getting elected.
Yeah.
And then he didn't make it. He missed it by about a month.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They need to figure this out.
That Pete Rose, if they put him now on the ballot, or let him in or whatever, if I was his family, I'd tell them all fuck off. What good is it now? He's dead. It makes you feel better, it makes MLB feel better, but it doesn't do anything for Pete Rose. I hate that. What putting Dick Allen in doesn't do anything for Dick Allen. His family's like, you son of a bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we all at 2 years ago, 3 years ago? He's the same.
And the sad part is he literally missed it with the Veterans Committee. He missed it by one vote.
Yeah.
3 separate times.
And I mean, my whole thing is like, he's the same guy.
Yeah.
What made him different this year than the first year that he was on the Veteran Committee? He's the same guy. You want to be a tough Hall of Fame? Well, then to me, if he wasn't good enough the first time, why is he good on the fourth time?
I mean, you got these guys voting who, you have those single person who doesn't vote for Ichiro, stuff like that,
Well, that whoever didn't vote for Ichiro should never
lose their voting privileges.
Yeah, he should have been unanimous. The only, to me.
Well, we've heard that. I mean, obviously, we know there's only been one unanimous, and it's just like back in the day, it was like, how did Babe Ruth not get every vote? And I remember like people were trying to justify it. Well, they were all available this, when they started it at the same time. It's like, who cares? Like, he shouldn't even have been voted for.
Well, and they're going to tell you, oh, well, they know he's going to get in, so to try to keep somebody else on the ballot, they'll vote for that person to see if they get enough people, so that way they're eligible or help them get in. But I'm sorry, no, vote for the best person. Vote for the the person you think is the best one. They need to allow the people in the area committees to have more than 3 votes. It makes the math even harder.
Well, they also combined everything. They made that whole process more difficult than it needs to be as well.
Yeah,
I've said it before, like one of the things with the Hall of Fame right now, because I hear it all the time, and there's always going to be borderline guys, right? You're going to have people who are Hall of Famers, some guys are not. And you have these people who like to make the argument. They're either a Hall of Famer or they're not. Like, there's always going to be a top echelon.
Right.
Like, the reality is, you want to compare everyone to take the 5 top players. Not everybody. What are you going to have only 5 Hall of Famers in the history of baseball? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
But they're going to have somebody like Harold Baines in that did nothing to advance the sport. I'm sorry.
I've said it time and time again. Like, the reality is of today's players, like, a lot of people like to live up to these guys of the 50s, and I respect all the guys of the 50s. They're all great, but the guys of the 50s have that advantage. Like, no player now is going to ever be as popular or as beloved as the 50s guys. It's a different time. The reality is now baseball it's competing with the NFL. It's competing with the NBA. It's competing with the WNBA. It's competing with NASCAR. It's competing with hockey. It's competing with all these other sports. It's competing with the movie stars. It's competing with all the social media stars. There's 1 billion superstars nowadays. So you're not going to have people who are as popular as they were back then.
Right.
I guarantee you there wasn't a movie theater today this weekend showing the Big Amish going 6 for 6 with 4 home runs.
No, it's a different world.
Where in the 50s, we had that. They were larger.
That's all there was. People are spoiled now. You can watch every baseball game every day. You can, even if you miss it, you got something to do. You got to work. You got a wedding to go to. You can watch every pitch of the game later that night if you want.
Me and my dad watched baseball at a wedding.
Or you can watch it condensed. I remember watching the Phillies-Reds playoff game back in 2010 at a wedding.
Right.
Phillies came back off of Aroldis Chapman. Just saying, people, like, first of all, there's a lot to do. People have so much stuff they're doing. They're tired. But, like, I'll hear it about all these modern players. Like, I never saw this guy as a Hall of Famer. Or I will also hear people talk about, say, Todd Helton. I saw his entire career. I'm like, you did? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't watch every Rockies game. Like, people like to compare that, too. Say, how much of the player are you watching? Because there's a lot of people who love the Hall of Fame who they love the idea of the Hall of Fame. They love the idea of baseball. But I sometimes question, do you really love baseball? Do you actually watch that many games? And that's what I've said, and people can get mad at me, too. And it's not everyone, because there's a lot of vintage collectors that are huge baseball fans. But there's a lot of vintage people or vintage focused people who can't name the top 15 players in baseball. And I'm like, what do your thoughts on the Hall of Fame matter if you're not watching the guys play? Because the amount of talented baseball players nowadays is probably the greatest it's ever been.
I'm sorry. So my dad is 79 years old. He'll be 80 in January. So I asked my dad, these big players in the 50s, like Mantle was not thought of the way he's thought of today. I hate keep going back to this, but he's the shining star at the top of the tree right now. I mean, Musial and these other guys were the ones that most people still my dad as a kid, they were still idolizing Babe Ruth. Right? So it's not like they were, there's Ted Williams. There was like in New York, he was the 3rd best center fielder. So my dad, when he goes to these shows, he goes for the history part of it. He don't give a shit about the cards. He'll tell you some stories, and he's watched some baseball, read, listened, whatever.
And he knows all the new guys. As
And he
people will
watches
see if they watch your show.
he will watch 4 games at once, and he might not know all the names like he used to, and I'll help him with that. What's up, Mike?
What up, guys?
What's up,
How we doing? How we doing?
Man, how are
We're
you?
doing good.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man.
Likewise.
So, how excited are you for this week?
Oh, dude, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't. There's so much that I have to get done before I leave, but I'm pumped. You know,
Right.
like beyond words. Yeah, it's just crazy that it's like already here, right? You know,
Right.
Just trying to wrap my head around that and all that I have to do in the next 48 hours. But yeah,
So-
I'm pumped, man.
So we, it seems like to me this year, even outside of our group, that other groups, it's like, yes, we're going to the show. We're going to see cars. We can't wait to see what's going to happen at the National. It's like,
Yep.
But it's also this year, yes, the Friends thing is always a big deal, but it just seems like people are looking forward to more stuff outside the show than years past. Like, what are you doing every night? Now we got something to do Wednesday night, which is awesome. We got something to do, there's get-togethers. There's, you got people making pizza plans. We got
Yep.
ball games. We got all this extra stuff, and you're hearing it throughout our YouTubes, the same type of stories.
Yeah, of course.
It's almost like, man, we're getting to have a vacation that includes cards, includes our friends.
I mean,
And that's where it's almost not a bad thing. It's in Chicago, so that way you kind of know where to plan out for 3 years. But it's also a bad thing because it's in Chicago for 3
yeah,
years.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, for me, this is like, it is a vacation for me, and the cards is like, I always say it's like an added bonus. I mean, obviously we go to search out things we're looking for and all that, but like, man, I mean, that's what it's all about,
Right. Yeah.
So-
I can't. For me too. Now that I started driving a few years ago to the shows, so
Yeah.
that's part of my experience too. Is I look to see what stops I can make. I picked up a cool Star Wars Mandalorian pop figure a couple years ago when I stopped. Just going to different places and just. I didn't really need to buy something else for a collection because I'm going to a card show, but it's just part of the adventure. And I think, I think the National probably needs to look more into. I know they're trying to trade night every night, but I don't know if having a trade night 3 nights in a row is what we need. I think you need to spice it up, change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll probably be packed all 3 nights though.
What? So did I miss the part about Wednesday? What's going on Wednesday? Maybe.
So I didn't know, but Victor brought it up, and then Rick came on. So at Lowe's on Wednesday night, the Misfits are having a get together Wednesday night.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
There's just something every night then. That's awesome. I mean, again, it's one of those things like you can go if you want to. You don't have to go, but it's nice that there's options, right? I mean, there's always something to do, or somebody's always wanting to go eat food, right?
we got Ed. We do have Ed.
Yeah,
If you're hungry, just get Ed. We'll go somewhere and get something to eat.
exactly. So
Got to go to Raising Cane's to get your gourmet chicken tenders.
Well, that's not Big Chicken. He's already.
Well, I was talking gourmet. I wasn't talking 5-star.
Oh man, can't wait.
You brought up driving. How you've driven all these years.
Yeah.
You know what? I've spent the last week regretting that I didn't find a way to make it work where I could get that ride to Chicago.
Yeah.
The limitations and the hassle of flying is not great.
I really like the fact that I drive so that way I can buy what I want to buy. But I can also, like, if I want to bring extra stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
now that we have an Airbnb, I can, make sure, as the old man in the group, make sure we got all of our toiletries and waters and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, have a plunger.
Certainly need one.
It is this what it's five guys and Mike, so Mike O. So we got 5 big boys or 4 big boys and Mike O. So we eat healthy. I'm the biggest of them all. So.
Little Scott 35.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not as big as I once was, but I'm not as small as I once was either. Still big Scott. Still wearing a 5X. So yeah, I'm just asking everybody, what they're looking forward to. And are you looking to pick up anything? Are you what is Yankees collector, Stanton collector,
Yeah.
Giants?
He doesn't.
collector?
He's not going to tell you the truth. He's planning on cornering the market on Steven Drew Yankees cards, but he doesn't want anyone to know so that
Right.
people
The
don't
top,
scoop them up.
all
right, 'cause
black border.
the black parallels, I don't want anybody touching those. So stay away from the Steven Drew black parallels, please. No, I don't. This is like the first year where I'm kind of like, I really, really want to, and I know I've said this for as long as I've been going. I really want to walk and like look and take, note of where things are, and not necessarily try to like pull the trigger on something immediately. I mean, I say that now, but then I'll get there and be like, oh, I found all this cool stuff. But I just want to be a little bit more selective, but if I see something cool that I like fits into my collection or something I don't have that's like Stanton or the black parallels like we're talking about, I mean, yeah, I'm going to grab it,
Brad said we're going to find you an Eli this year.
I sure hope so. Nobody's willing to come off the price that we've been seeing the last couple of years, and truthfully, I'm just not willing to pay what they're asking, and it is what it is.
So the question is, I mean, Eli was a good quarterback. I mean, you look at it, it's like come from behind records, Super Bowl records. He won games his brother wished he would have won. Peyton was a better overall quarterback, but Eli won the games.
Oh, yes.
Right. That's when it counted. But so
100%.
is his price tag going up because how much like him and his brother and all the stuff that they do now? Like, is that why his price tag's going up now?
I don't want to say. I think it's just the market, right? Okay. Where he plays. I'm sorry, I'm cutting out a little bit here. No, but I think it's the market of where he played, and I just think that like it's weird. For years, obviously, those cards were not where they were. The one that I particularly want were not anywhere near what they are now. But I just haven't seen like a decline.
It could also relate to the
value
the
of that card in the last with you.
Right. And the Giants haven't had a quarterback since he's left. I mean, let's be honest.
Right.
So
I mean, no, they have not.
That's what they're, people. The longer he's gone, the more we want Eli. That card.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Market.
Yep. If you're a collector, I mean, you're like, who are you really going to collect? You can't collect Daniel Jones at this point. There's not a, exactly. Right. And Brad's correct.
Did he get cut yet?
Not easy to find that stuff now. You can't walk around and find boxes at that spot.
What year was Eli Manning's rookie? 2004. 4? It's hard to believe. That's 21-year-old cards.
Right. So trying to find like boxes of that stuff, like forget it. I mean, you're going to pay out the ASS for it, and
even the singles though.
So
collections.
Are you looking for one like out of 30 or something like that card? Like Brad.
Wait, say that one more time.
Like, are you looking for like a national treasure or something that's numbered, low number card? auto or something. Is that what you're looking for? Is why it's so tough to find?
Well, of the Eli, it's
Yeah.
it's 2004 SP Authentic. It's like basically the patch auto. Like they're at a like I think it's $299. I could be wrong.
Okay, that
Totally
makes
spouting
sense.
with the hip right now, but and the thing is, there's a lot of them out there. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, like that. The patches aren't great, right? So to try to find one with like a really cool with the patches of the Giants, like blue and red, and it's tough. And the people that have them don't want to give them up. And condition wise, they're not easy to get in good condition. Not that I care a ton, but I would like to get one that's in decent shape.
Yeah.
But I tried last year, and the person wouldn't come off the price, and I was like, well, fine, and you can hang on to it then. But we'll see.
Put that in your museum.
Yeah, what did Brad say? I think he said it's hard to find
multicolored.
Multi-color is nice.
Yeah, I could see that as well. I know I've learned a lot, like for football, watching Brad. I hope he does more like showcases with the cards because man, he not only does he show them, he talks about them, and it's a lesson. It's a class lesson.
It absolutely is.
And if people want to talk about scholarship or whatever, you can keep your other stuff, and that's how you learn about the cards is watching somebody that has just the love of the card, man. And I'm not a big football collector, so it's good. Henry says, yo, Hitman, yo, everyone. Nice to see you, Henry.
What's up, Henry?
I don't need national. Bought 40 pounds of cards for $10. Massive. Have fun going through that. I know Henry likes his non-sports as well. So yeah, I can't wait to just, the one is sit down with y'all. We talk almost every day on our group chat. At least we'll say hi to each other. But it's going to be awesome just to sit down and have this chat. So just while you're fixing a cup of coffee in the morning, just randomly talking about a card or something or life in general. With you don't get that every day, and that's the things that I look for. Like now that I have this group that I get to lucky enough to that I feel blessed to have. I have the knowledge, and then you have it. So we have a little bit of everything.
You don't show up, you get fried.
Where is that? He's not available tonight.
Probably at a concert.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's just the assumption. He's always at a concert.
Yeah.
He'd have like a dozen 52 manuals if he weren't at a concert 4 days a week.
Hating on the man. So yeah, I mean, for me, what I'm going to be looking for is I would like to add a card or two to my vintage catchers. Roy. I kind of looking for Yogi, some older Yogi stuff. Vera. Love to find some on-card game, playing days autos, in-person autos from Gary Carter. Other than that, just keeping my eye out for fun stuff, man. Like I said, I'm just gonna go and have a good time the first few days. Just walk around, see what's there. If there's something that jumps out at me and I gotta have it that day, I'll get it. But if not, I'm waiting more Saturday evening, Sunday, and just want to enjoy this show, man, and enjoy being with people and like-minded, and enjoy the outside stuff. And like people are, roll their eyes or whatever about me going to a WNBA game, but to me, it's an adventure. It's I'm going to go this time. I'm thinking about going in August to take my parents to go see Caitlin Clark in Washington. So I don't know yet, but she's got to be healthy first.
Yeah.
Get a Yogi auto portable. Yeah. You signed everywhere. value boxes. I got 4 Shoheis, too many Alonsos.
Plus, we'll be out there for the trade deadline.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. Although
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think-
Like
I-
last year, walking the show and finding out about the monster Austin Hayes acquisition for the
Yeah.
Phillies.
Had to go track
I
down an
think
auto
there's
with him,
gonna
right?
be- I think the Mets is going to have a big one, and I think you wouldn't be surprised if the Phillies try to do. I don't know who the Phillies got to trade, but
I've been
The
hearing
Cubs-
rumors about a lot of stuff, but who
The
knows?
Cubs will be the Cubs. I mean, just
You know.
out there though, the White Sox will be sellers, and Cubs, are right there in the mix.
I can't
in the
believe
Central,
Lubob is
so.
still there. I don't know why he's still even there.
Oh,
I mean, he's
he's
not
probably
having a
gonna
great
go, I
season,
would say.
but still.
They've probably been asking for too much because based on his performance, I would not. I would take a shot on him, but I wouldn't trade up. I wouldn't trade any of my top
Because the
7,
Mets
8
have been
prospects.
tied to him for about 6 weeks now.
What is he batting, like 220 with 10 homers?
I don't even think
mean,
he's over 205.
He's crushing.
He might not
The reason he would help the Phillies because they've been linked to him a little bit as well is because he's just crushed left-handed pitching, and they need that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he's really struggled the
man,
last few years.
Right.
But that's
he
also
was
been
all-star
an-
last year.
Not that it's an excuse, but that's been an awful franchise for the last few years. So,
well, that's true too.
The White Sox, yeah. They need to decide.
which is why we can walk up and buy whatever tickets we want.
Are we just doing that? Or are we just walking up and buying? I guess
I
that's
know I
how
am.
we roll.
I mean, it's either that or we'll be browsing the apps for discounted tickets. But
There's
I'm not-
some new ticket.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I just like I told Ed, we might have a seat, but I might go and just wherever all of us get a ticket, we just go stand in the promenades.
I don't think they're gonna care too much, to be honest with you.
I mean,
I really
$36. We're in row 9, and there's no row 1 and 2 where we're at. So I'm like, holy cow! Are they paying me to come into this game? So, like I said, hopefully I can
I don't-
get a.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I have all the apps now. I have all the apps. I'm app full. I'm hopefully. It's hard to get autos now at games, but hopefully I can get Teal's attention and get an auto my Tops Now card. That'd be awesome. I have an 8x10 already of him in his UVA uniform, so. But love to have that call up card signed. But
Yeah, that would be cool.
I got I would like to get the one that he just got because the call up card is in that ugly. I don't even know what they're wearing because I kind of like the Chicago Bulls uniform. I don't know if that's what they're.
It's like one of the only ones I actually like, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I can't remember what jersey, but he hit his first home run this past week, so it was in all black. That's going to be a cool card. I would have liked to got that signed. But we'll see.
mad respect for the Yankees for telling Nike no thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the fact they don't have one. I love it.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
know.
think
I
MLB
mean-
was like threatening them, and they're like, "We'll go to court."
Don't want it.
Nope.
No, it's I. So on my dad's show, me and him, we were talking. City Connect Scott, yeah. The I'm glad at the All-Star game they were wearing their uniforms. I was like, what they ought to do is they all have to wear the City Connects at the next All-Star.
Ugh.
Yeah, no.
I did
then
think it
I'm-
was
then I'm
kind of
really not
silly
watching.
this weekend. They had Hall of Fame weekend, so they wore Hall of Fame hats with the Hall of Fame logos. Cool idea, but why the Phillies wearing maroon hats? And then
Yeah,
they're
that
wearing
was weird, Mike.
their gray jerseys. Like, why wouldn't they just
Yeah.
bring the powder blues with them? They were
Yeah,
always
that
a
was
road
weird.
uniform anyway.
For sure.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And there were other teams that had similar things going on. Major League Baseball does some silly
I
things.
bought a
Very
Mets
silly.
back with the Hall of Fame thing on the side yesterday. They're not selling the one with the 5 when they retired the 5 number. I'm so mad. They're not selling that hat with David Wright's number. I can get a jersey with the 5 on it, but I can't get a hat. It's driving me crazy. So I probably wouldn't wear it. I just put it in the house somewhere. I wish he would do autographs, but I can't even find a place where they buy, in New York, where, hey, we're going to pay him to come in and do autographs where you can send stuff in. I can't even find things like that for him.
Just going to have to get some autos at the show.
I'm going to have to go stand in front of his parents' house out up in Virginia. Wait for him.
I don't know. I mean, he definitely has a selection of autos out there, but I'm assuming he's not
Freezing.
in many, if any, new products, right?
No, he's in all kinds of new stuff. He's got a 90s in Topps Series 1 or 2. He's got the 90s version, David Wright, on card.
Those what is this here? The 89 ones, right? Those aren't all that cheap.
What's that? The 89 autos?
Yeah, I mean, just based on what I've seen, like I've seen Cliff Lee's, because I mean that's a year that I like, and like Ryan Howard, who's generally a pretty cheap autograph, and Cliff Lee, like when I have looked at them, they've been a little pricier than I would have expected.
Yeah, Brad said, I don't know where the resurgence came from, like this year and last year, but Wright's in everything. Like he was in some of the high end stuff last year.
It's probably Fanatics exclusive now, so
And it
probably
was
never gonna
like-
see him sign again.
Yeah. Well, because they're wearing the Hall of Fame. So everybody was wearing like a Hall of Fame, like an old school hat yesterday. Is what they were
Yeah,
doing.
but everyone's wearing modern
Okay,
jerseys.
that's why the
So-
Mets hat the Mets were wearing their 86 hat, but I didn't recognize that until I bought it yesterday. So a little different than their stuff they're wearing now. I can't even find this one anymore. I like to buy a new one. But anybody got anything else going on, or want to bring up anything for the National? Any questions out there in the world? Of
Nada.
Anybody got a geometry, a question, ask me about life or whatever. I gave a great Ed story earlier tonight, and my life lesson. It's not a lesson for the National, because I said if I give a tip from the National, you have my permission to punch me in the face.
Wear comfortable shoes.
It's my life lesson is when
Don't
Ed
wear
asks-
any shoes.
So-
Just
yeah.
walk there
when
bare.
Ed asks you to do something, say no. That's my life lesson. So,
I don't know. The National is a nice break for me. I'm on my feet a lot less at the National than most of the year. So everyone complains about their feet cramping up. I'm like, man, you guys don't walk much.
I'm just glad I'm not wearing steel toes. I'm good. Use all the secret bathrooms. Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't even know if he was real. I mean, I know he's a fan favorite, but not like, I don't know. I guess I felt like with him, I know I can't find it's not like Howard Johnson, where the only thing I can find of him autograph is in-person autographs. So, I'm a Hojo fan, Todd Hundley, some older Mets. So, but I'm going to end it with that. I thank y'all for jumping on. Thanks to Dave that jumped on and had to get off. The National, hopefully all of us will have stuff coming out during the week, or at least, have a camera up bullshitting.
I got no choice. I got to get some videos up.
Me too. It's been a while, so I think this will be my resurgence.
I've got to, or I might get a permanent ban from the National if I don't. So,
Well, you had
Sure, I
some
get
good
some videos
stuff
up.
footage last year. I'm taking my camera. If you saw my video from the last show, I learned a lot from that. Made a lot of mistakes, and hopefully I can do better at this show with it. Hopefully we'll have some stuff coming out from the get-togethers. And
well, you'll be skipping the Friday one. It sounds like so.
yeah, I'll be there, dude. It's not.
Aren't you going to a basketball game?
Yeah, but it's at 6:30.
Yeah, 8:30, 9:30.
It's not baseball. It's not 3 hours. It's an hour and a half.
We'll see.
It'll be over with. I bet you we'll be at the get together by 9:00.
I never answered the request to co-host that, so
Oh, it's just spitballers and not you.
I mean, it could be me if I wanted to, but I kind of just never answered. I got busy and I forgot to respond, so
You could be a spitballer.
I could. I've never been on the show, but
like I said before, I think that those four guys, I get interested. They get me into it.
because they have knowledge to spread. There's a lot of knowledge in the hobby. There's a lot of things, like it's hard to be an expert on everything.
I think those guys have a very good. And I mean, it's about buying what's hot and all that, but they don't just talk about that either. They also talk, like I said before, they talk about cards. You could tell those four guys like cards.
Yeah, well, they're very obviously Phil is like very very thoughtful, analytical. He knows his stuff very well.
Right,
but he's also very good at separating himself from what maybe he likes and stuff, which not everyone can be great at. But
right. I feel like they do a good job on that channel, better than me.
But there is something for the show for everyone, legitimately. You've got it's the greatest show of the year for pre-war and the ultra rare stuff, and some of that stuff is very, very rare but affordable. Some of that stuff is incredibly rare and only affordable to the top 0.01%. And then you have an incredible selection of vintage. Yes, the Philly show is awesome for vintage. Strongsville is very good for vintage as well. The National, you will have plenty to choose from. So
I think it's the best show for every. If you can't find
that's what I'm saying. Like the modern stuff,
you ought to be able to find any Pokemon card you want.
90s stuff, plenty of wax, and I mean, you saw it last year, right? You were looking for some of that crazy, like old, cheap, overproduced type of stuff in the 90s. Some of the comic stuff, right?
Yeah, and I
those you were able to wait out a little bit. Like there's some stuff you can wait out. There's some stuff you can't. Some stuff will sell out.
Yeah, right. Oh, Lord. Pokemon never pulls a hamstring. I can tell you that. Charizard, they never missed a day.
But
take it.
There are, like, if you're someone who lives in and around the Chicago area, you're driving, you're going for the day, like, yes, the admission and stuff's going to cost you, but, like, you can go there and spend the entire show just digging through dollar boxes, quarter boxes. Like, that stuff is there. Yes, you're going to have these hot shots, selling their $300,000 cards. That stuff's all over. That's the stuff that people get their glory from, but I mean, it's like any show, just a big selection. You got the singles club, right? People are lined up. They run to those tables and they're digging through those boxes.
I feel bad for people that are not 100% familiar. They're very casual. They live in the area and they come in. A, it's overwhelming. And then B, a lot of those cards are way overpriced. And a lot of people price on that so you can negotiate to a reasonable price. But some people don't understand that. And they pay that.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be with everything, right? But there is the only thing that's not great for, and not that you can't find this stuff. If you're looking for certain things, like if you just want to go to the National to buy Topps Chrome singles, like you're going to find some, and obviously some of the rare refractors, but like there's some stuff that, you're better off just buying on eBay, of course, but I don't think there's many people going to the show specifically for some of those things.
I think one of the things that I've found over the years is that if you spend the time digging through those value boxes, whatever, dollar boxes, whatever you want to call it, there are some dealers that have absolutely no clue what they have. Zero clue.
Yep.
Because I walked away with some really cool stuff, and I'm like, this is $1, this is $5, man, this is stupid, So if you're going to spend the time, you will find stuff. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, some of them are buying boxes right before the show. They're barely even looking through it. They don't care. They're paying $100 for a box, selling a bunch of singles,
Yep.
turning that over for 500. And,
Yeah.
you know,
So
you're
if
walking
you
away with great stuff.
if you spend the time and look and you know what you're looking for and present it to them when you bring it to them and they hopefully don't realize sometimes it's just sometimes they do and they'll go, oh, this shouldn't be this, and you have to go, okay, fine. But I mean, that's rarely happened to me. Most of the time I'll hand somebody like a stack, right, and they'll be like, oh yeah, just let's do blah 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 on it, and then you leave and you're like, geez, like I don't even know if they knew what they had in here,
Yeah,
So-
but also another thing I'll say real quick too is like once you feel like you've walked the whole show, you can still walk it again because you will walk by tables and they will have completely different things. Some
Different
guys
stuff buying
have
all
so
the
much
time,
stuff
yeah.
that they can obviously only fit out so much, but other guys are buying stuff. Like a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
come to the show. I mean, and depending on what you're doing, whether you're buying as a collector or you're buying to resell, and it's a limit if you're flying. But at the end of the show, you can buy out full boxes and such. And especially with the way things have been, you would think, oh, they're having a slow show. They just want to move some stuff. No, if they're having a great show, they're happy to unload some stuff. And I've been able to come away with some really good big vintage deals and stuff.
Last
over the
few
years.
years, man. Sunday is where it's at, man.
But also just singles, like pay attention to what the tables are. Obviously, we know we have the guys who specialize in the pre-war stuff or specialize in vintage or specialize in the new stuff. But if you have a guy who's all vintage and somehow he ends up with some new stuff, he's going to be more likely to move that. And you see it a little more often with younger guys who have all the new stuff and then they end up with a deal and they end up with vintage stuff. I was able to pick up some good vintage stuff last year from a few guys. Like these are the guys that, we kind of talked about. Like they're like, who are these guys? Like they don't know. They know who Mickey Mantle is. They know who some of these guys are, but they're kind of like, who's Richie Ashburn? Who are some of these guys? Like they don't have a clue.
Yep.
Yogi Berra they might have heard of, but they've never heard of some of the other greats from back in the day. Duke Snyder, they're like, who's this Duke Snyder guy? So,
Yeah, it's true.
like, and then even if they know the guys, like, it's not what they typically deal in. They're happy to move it for, to make a little bit. And sometimes you can get that stuff really cheap. And they also don't. Vintage can be a little different too, because sometimes the eye appeal matters a lot. Like not every two's a two. If it's a two that's really well centered, really clean, that will sell at a higher amount. These guys will just look up the VCP, and then you can kind of negotiate down a little bit under it. So these are all things that you can kind of look at while you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
for sure.
has somebody too. No. That's one good thing about our group. We all do a little bit differently, so you always got somebody to talk to about, what part, what's
Well, being
going-
able to partner up and have people look out for you is really,
having
really good.
the cell
thing, too.
phone, supposedly cell phone service. Brad promised us that the cell phone service will be perfect. And the air
I'm coming
conditioning
after
is
Brad
gonna
if
be
it's
cool.
not.
That's what he said in his show, and that's what I'm going by.
Yeah.
Brad said, I'm going to go up to the guy at the show when I can't get Wi-Fi. Go, Brad said.
Yeah, that
Brad-
dude over there with the
Brad
dolphin shirt
said-
said the cell phone service was supposed to be better here.
Brad said, and then go from there. But
That's it.
I just want to appreciate everybody tonight for this extra size portion of Big Scott 35. Let's talk with the friends, with the roommates, with the good people of the hobby. Thank y'all for coming on and making my Sunday nights just the chat, the people that come in. This is my favorite part of the week. So thank y'all, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And until later this week, do I have a win? No, I don't have anything already pre-recorded. So Only thing I got is a Nerdy Thursday pre-recorded.
Nobody wants to watch anything other than national talk.
It'll be
Anyway, so-
national stuff coming to you. Hopefully, if not daily, at least I'll get some
Daily.
short stuff.
Daily, Scott, you got to step up this year.
Yeah, I do. I do.
You need a live Let's Talk too.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, we can. That's fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
But people are demanding it, so
Yeah, they're outside my windows chanting right now. I can hear them. No, that's just somebody breaking into a car. Anyway, till next time, see ya.
go Phillies, boom out.